All right. Good evening, everybody. Happy Motivational Monday. So today we are talking about goal friends. So welcome. Happy January 28th. So to all the J. Cole fans, happy birthday to us. I was really hoping that he was going to drop the album today, but he didn't. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that. I would say he was my number one artist, but he's number two. My husband's an artist, so I have to shout him out first. So shout out to you, Roddy J. But anyway, yeah. While we're waiting on a couple of people to get on, make sure that you grab your goal friends, tag them in the comments because we're gonna get started. But before I go all the way into this, I want to remind you, if you've seen my previous post, we are having a webinar tonight on home ownership, and you want to make sure that you get on that. Go to www.onlinemoneyclass.com and get registered so you will get that link. So if home ownership is a goal that you have or that your goal friends have, you want to make sure that you're on that, okay? So make sure you do that. Hey, Elder Angela, how are you? Hey, Kathy and Jerry. So again, make sure that you are on that. So if you're wondering why I picked TLC, What About Your Friends? Of course, I'm talking about goal friends. It's very funny why I picked this song, because I picked it because me and my goal friends went to a communication workshop where we actually won a lip sync battle doing this song. It really stretched our comfort zone. I can't dance that well. They dance wonderful. They had me dancing on stage and doing all types of crazy stuff. But we won after another battle. But yeah, we won. So that's why I picked this, because I wanted to shout them out a little bit and talk about them too. So again, at the end of this video, I will be dropping some of their social media handles, and I highly encourage you to follow them because they have amazing stories and they're just amazing overall. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this. But before I get too much into this, I want to talk about the 3 C's, because there are 3 types of people that you need in your life, and some people say you don't need them in your life, but you have them in your life, and sometimes it's hard to distinguish, okay? So this is the 3 C's. So number 1, you have your confidants. Now, these people, you're only going to have a few confidants. They're going to love you unconditionally. They're going to be there for your drama. They're going to be there for your ups and downs, all your accomplishments. They're basically your cheerleader. You become mentees to them. They're mentees to you. That's what your confidants are. And, they're not going to hold any punches, and they're not going to candy coat anything. Hey, ladies, thank you for joining. They are not going to candy coat anything, okay? Now, number 2, you're going to have constituents in your life. Now, constituents are kind of tricky. They're the low-key haters and the low-key snakes, I guess you can say. They're just not for you, sis. Sorry, or bro, if you're watching and you're a male. They may act like they're for you, but they're really not. And the difference between a confidant, they're for you and they're for what you stand for. Like I said, they love you for who you are, and they're all for it. Like whatever dream you have, they're all for it. So with constituents, they may have the same goal or like the same things, but when something new comes along or when they just want to do them, they're going to bounce on you really quick. So that's one thing to remember. So you want to make sure to keep those squares out of your circle, number 1. And, it's going to be very easy to mistake them with confidants. So there's going to be times where you're going to share dreams and aspirations with them, and when they switch up on you, that's an easy way to tell that, they're not for you. So be careful. And the next one is comrades. Now, they are devils in disguise. Sometimes they're bold and they're just out in the open, but they're not for you, and they're not for anything that you stand for. Okay? They're going to collect more haters. They're dream killers. They're going to bash everything you say you want to do, all your dreams and aspirations, and you don't want to be around those types of people. When you get a red flag, you want to eliminate them immediately. So let's go to verse number 1. I actually picked out certain parts of the verses. I don't have this song memorized. Now, if you played it, I could sing it. So I'm going to be looking down just a little bit just so I don't get it wrong. So in the first verse, it says, every now and then I get a little crazy. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes my vision is a little hazy. Okay, so when we talk about this first verse, I'm thinking accountability. That is what your goal friend is there for. Now, there's a difference between a girlfriend and a girlfriend. A girlfriend, I'm sorry, but girlfriends don't have dreams and aspirations. They're just hanging along, not doing nothing with their life. That's a girlfriend. A girlfriend has like tendencies, and we're going to go a little bit more into that. So I just wanted to specify that before I get too deep. Now, with girlfriends, with this, they're going to keep you in check. When you have goals and aspirations, they're going to be like, look, have you done this today? You said you were going to do this. You said you were going to do that. They're going to be checking to see if you actually do it. They're going to make you take responsibility of your actions. They're going to make you take responsibility of your behavior. And they're going to remind you what your goals are and keep you aligned. So that's very, very important. Now, why is accountability important? Because you have to have somebody there to remind you, because it's very easy to set a goal and get sidetracked and give up. And when you have girlfriends, it's just like, look, this is not what you're doing. You're going to get this done. You can do this. They're your cheerleaders. They're behind you 100%, but you better make sure that you're doing the same thing for you, because they need you just like you need them. Number two, they're going to remind you that you do not have time for no foolishness. Now, there are times, you're petty with your homegirls. You have your petty moments, your shady moments, but at the same time, they're going to be like, look, that's enough negativity. You got stuff to do. This stuff is not important. The drama is not important, and they're going to put you back in check. And shout out to my homegirl, Kelly. I'll talk about her in just a little bit. She was like, I'm sorry if I'm a little cutthroat from here on out, but look, we got gifts, we got purpose, and we cannot keep slapping God in the face. And she said that, a couple of weeks ago after our leadership retreat, and we was like, okay, cool, we got it, cool, do what you got to do. And so shout out to her for that. Now, number three, they're going to help you remember what your vision and goals are. We call it a why. And the why is basically why you have to do what you say you're going to do, why you have to reach those goals. They are going to remind you, and they're going to ask you your action plans. They're going to ask you your deadline, because it's important, because how can they hold you accountable if they don't know? So shout out to El Boogie. We're going to talk about her in just a little bit too. She is very, very, very efficient on asking you, okay, what's your action plan? And, instead of you just being, it's very easy to brain dump when it comes to your goals and say a lot of things you say you're going to do. But if you don't have an action plan, it's not going to get done. So I really, really love her for that. I think she just joined us. Make sure you follow her. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, she's very good about that. So that's very important. That's what a goal friend will do for you. I'm sorry, I keep spinning around in this chair. So number four, they're going to tell you if your goals are SMART. Now, SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Because like I said, it's very easy to brain dump everything you want to do and say you're going to do this and say you're going to do that, because your goal friends, like our girlfriends, like you're talking about all this stuff you're going to do. Hey, Joy, you're talking about all this stuff you're going to do, but then sometimes it's just like you just talking, no action. So that's why you got to make sure you're doing SMART goals. And I'm going to pick on my friend Kay just a little bit. Again, we're going to talk about her later. She does a girls trip every year. They went to Costa Rica last year. I had to miss it. My heart was broken. But we do a lot of traveling all the time. We travel all the time. We've been to Bahamas, Miami, Philly, Orlando, a lot of places. Atlanta all the time. And there's more places that being added to that. But she said this year, she's a travel agent, and she travels all the time. And she's like, so let's go to Dubai in September. What? Dubai in September? We was like, look, no, that's not happening. She can do that. I have no doubt in my mind that she can't do it. But me and my other friends that are in this circle, we couldn't just pack up and go. We have kids and other things to do. So it was like, look, let's shoot for 2020. So 2020 is what we're shooting for, Dubai. And yeah, so that's a SMART goal for us. We had to be like, look, we can't do it, okay? But it's in the books. We have a lot of trips to take. So I'm very thankful for her, because without her, some of these exotic places. Now Boogie travels too all the time too. So I'm thankful for both of them, because without them, we wouldn't be going to some of these places. So that's that. So the next part is in the song. This is T-Boz again. People try to say I act a little funny, but that's just a figure of speech to me. They say I change because I got money. Okay, now your girlfriends, they gonna think you changed. But your goal friends, they, first of all, they're not gonna care that you switching up. And you want to know why they don't care about you switching up? Because guess what? They're switching up too. And I say that, don't take it the wrong way. But switching up is necessary. Just like it's basically change is necessary. They know that they have to change. They know that you're going to keep changing and keep growing. I said in the previous video, if you're not growing, you're dying. So when you have a goal friend, they don't think you're acting funny. When you make them checks and when you're successful, when you reach those accomplishments, they're not going to be knocking you for it. If anything, they're going to be cheering you on. Again, make sure you're doing the same thing. Don't make this thing one-sided. They're going to make sure that they are cheering you on, because guess what? They're securing the bag just like you. I'm actually rocking that shirt right now. Probably can't see it, but down here at the bottom, it says secure the bag. But that's what they're doing. And I say that because changing is necessary, like I said, but this is how you change. Because guess what? Your homegirls are going to be studying personal growth and self-development just like you. So, again, you're evolving, they're evolving. They're not in your inbox gossiping, being petty, in drama, in the club 24/7. I'm not knocking anybody that does that, but I'm just being real. You have girlfriends that's in the club every weekend. You need to cut them off. It's okay to party every now and then, but you have goals, you have things to do, and you need to watch those types of people. Now, we party and we travel, but when we party, we're only going somewhere 9 times out of 10 because we have something to learn. We go to leadership retreats, we go to communication trainings, we go to boot camps, we go to all types of trainings together. We learn, then we earn, then we turn up. That's what we say. That's what we do. And like I said, they're asking you what motivational videos you watch, what sermon you're listening to, you know, what trainings you're going to, all that kind of stuff. And like, what books are you reading? Books are you reading? We do it all the time. And shout out to Kelly, because this book right here really put things in perspective for me. It's Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. Got it from Amazon. She's actually about to have another book come out that is actually a goal setting book. I am on the wait list for it. I want to say it comes out in February or March. I'm not sure. All I know is I'm on the wait list. Very good book. Come to think about it, I just said you can get this from Amazon. I just thought, I'm sorry, I had an epiphany moment. I didn't mean to have an epiphany moment live, but I should be an affiliate marketer for Amazon. You know why I should be an affiliate? Because I just referred this book, and I'm willing to bet somebody that sees this here or my YouTube channel is going to go to Amazon and they're going to buy this book. And because I referred it, there's a possibility I could have made some money if they bought it. That was very easy. Affiliate marketing. Would you look at that? So easy. My fam knows what I'm talking about. So you see what I did there. Anyway, I digress. Moving right along. Like I said, they're going to be asking you what kind of books you are reading. They're going to be challenging you, motivating you, and so forth, so on. Now, my friend Boogie also said, when I asked everybody, all the girlfriends in my circle, what it meant to them to be a girlfriend. Now, this is what she said. She said that girlfriends help you find the mighty warrior in you. And she is absolutely right. Now, I honestly believe that without personal growth and self-development, you have no clue who you are, what you're capable of, and PGSD is what you need to get there. So shout out to her for that comment. Now, they're not going to keep you in the wrong environment. That is number 6. They're going to maintain a positive environment because, like we all know, environment is stronger than willpower. They know how pertinent it is to keep things positive, because if you got a goal, you don't have time for no negativity, and they're going to make sure that that's what they keep it. They're going to keep you in check if you start to spiral out of control with some negativity. And like I said, they're just going to just keep you in check. Now, your girlfriends are not. They're going to let things get to the bottom, like just let you just go completely wild. And when it hits the fan, they're nowhere to be seen. And that's just that. All right, so Left Eye. Rest in paradise, queen. We miss you. Left Eye says, I supply creativity to what others must take as a form of self-hate, only to make an enemy, which results in unfortunate destiny. They dog me out, then next to me, just because I am what some choose to envy. Now, your girlfriends are not going to envy you, number 1. Like I said 1,000 times, they are going to motivate you. They're going to be your cheerleaders. And when it comes to creativity, instead of them knocking the dreams and aspirations you are, that you have, they're actually going to offer advice and, comment on the things and dreams and goals that you have. They're also going to give you recognition. And I honestly believe that getting recognition from somebody that is goal oriented and that truly cares about your well-being, I think that it helps you go the extra mile. It makes you really go the distance. So that's very, very important. So like I said, they're not going to dog you out. Now, like I said, in the 3 C's, now your constituents and your comrades, you need to figure out who those people are and get rid of them, because they're going to be the ones that are going to be them low-key haters and those dream killers. And then people that's going to talk about you behind your back. They're not a girlfriend. They're a girlfriend 9 times out of 10, or somebody with a mask on, and you need to figure out who those people are. So the next part, every now and then I get a little easy. I let a lot of people depend on me. I never thought they would ever deceive me. Don't you know when things get rough, I was standing on my own. Now, your girlfriends are not going to leave you. They're going to be right there with you, and they're going to remind you, like I said, your why you're doing it. They're going to remind you the people that are depending on you to get things done. Now, this is very important, and I want to say this. Like I said, they count on you, you count on them. And you can't quit, because if you quit, you not only quit on yourself, you don't quit on those, your family that loves you, you quit on them. And remember, when you're goal friends, you're in a circle and you have goals and aspirations and you're motivating each other and you're there for each other. If you quit, then what is your goal friend going to do 9 times out of 10? Oh, well, such and such quit. She doing okay. I can quit. Now, some aren't going to quit. They're going to keep going. They're just like, whatever, you quit. I'm going to get mine. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, they're going to quit too. And you cannot give up on them, because they're not going to give up on you. So this last part that I want to say is sometimes you'll have to choose, and then you'll see if your friend is true and they'll be there with you. So that goes back again to the 3 C's. And we're going to review that really quick. Confidants. You have a few that love you unconditional. They're going to be there for your milestones. They hold no punches. They're not going to candy coat. They're your ride or dies. Number 2, your constituents, the snakes. They're not for you, sis. They're mainly, and don't get this wrong, they're the ones that sis you 24/7. Sis. Snakes. We say sis, me and my girlfriends, but we know we mean it. But you gotta watch them people, because they're not for you. And I'm gonna leave that at that. Keep them squares out your circle. Then your comrades, they're just straight up devils in disguise. They're gonna do the slick stuff. They're gonna throw the shade. They're gonna be petty, and they're gonna knock everything you do. So you need to make sure that you keep a check on that. So I didn't want to, keep this too long, because we have more value to give you tonight. But basically, in a nutshell, this is what a goal friend is. So I strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to look at your circle and find out if you got goal friends or not, or if you got girlfriends, who your comrades are, who your constituents are, who your confidants are. And I wish you all the best on your endeavors and your aspirations and your ambitions. And before I get off of here, let me turn this down. I keep trying to turn it up. Before I get out of here, I just want to give a real quick shout out to my 5 of my best goal friends. I love them to death. And if you're watching this and you're a friend, don't take it the wrong way. I love you just as much. But these are my ride or dies. They've been there through thick and thin. And I want to give them a shout out. So not in any particular order, but Kay Alexis from Chicago, Illinois. She is our cash flow queen. She is our travel agent. She is cutthroat. She is gutter. She is so smart, so intelligent, a very fluent speaker. A lot of her posts I have to think about, because I'm like, yo, that's deep. But she has the humor, like her personality is dope, y'all. It's dope, but she is cutthroat. She will G-check you in a heartbeat. So shout out to her. I'm gonna drop her information. So if you got travel goals, she's gonna be in the comments. Next is Latia Williams. She's from Chicago, Illinois as well. She has an amazing blog. I really didn't know that much about her story at first, but when I heard it, I'm like, what? Word? Like that? You? For real? Like, and that's what happens with your girlfriends. Like, you get transparent and you're able to tell each other your stories. And it takes a while to build that up in a way. But yeah, that's her, and she has a blog, and I'm going to put her link at the bottom. Then we have Miss Kelly Lindsay. I'm kind of the younger one in the group, kind of, and she's like my little sister. I did not realize how similar we were, but she is phenomenal. I don't think she realizes how phenomenal she is, but she is from Brooklyn, New York, and she's gutted, just straight up. You can tell she's from New York. She wears it proudly, and she's dope. Like, she is super dope, and like I said, she's like my little sister. We're very similar, and I love her to death. So make sure you follow her. Her and her soon to be husband is they're doing the dang thing. So you make sure to follow the Jordans. Next is El Boogie from Brooklyn as well. She's dope. Like, I keep saying that. Like, I'm trying not to show favoritism. I don't show favoritism. They're all like super, super dope. But me and Boogie are a little bit different. We have a different relationship. Let me turn this off. We met in different circumstances. We met in network marketing, and that's the cool thing about network marketing or affiliate marketing. You meet people from all over the world, and as long as you build the relationship, you become a family. See, all these goal friends I'm talking about, I can tell you that they're my sisters, like, straight up. And I know we're going to be successful, but Boogie is a single mom, and she is so very, very, very strong, and she's so powerful. You just got to hear her speak. You got to hear her. She's very empathetic, and she's doing amazing things. She's got some talk show stuff going on. I don't know if I'm supposed to let that cat out the bag, but yeah, she's been on other like webinars and talk shows, and her story is powerful. So I cannot wait for the world to get to know her. I can't wait for the world to get to know a lot of my goal friends. And last but not least, Ace Ariel Gore from Wilmington, North Carolina. It was funny how I met her. I went to Whole Foods one day and I seen her, and I mean, she's just mad cool. And then I inboxed her when I got the job at Whole Foods, and I'm like, hey, I got the job. Now, mind you, I don't know her, but she was just mad cool, and we clicked instantly, formed a friendship, and it's like a sisterhood. Our nieces, yes, I said nieces, hang out together. So her sister comes and gets my stepdaughter, and their daughter, they go out, they hang out. So they formed a relationship. And she's cool, but she has a movement out here in Newport City. Brilliant, beautiful women. She is an advocate for women empowerment, and that's very important because queens have to support other queens and just be a part of her movement. It doesn't matter race, shape, religion, character, whatever, like whatever you stand for. She's all about women empowerment, and she's also about lupus awareness because of her mother. And she's all about that. She's actually part of the NC chapter of the Lupus Foundation. We actually have a brunch coming up in April, so stay tuned to that. Ticket sales won't go on sale to the 1st, so I'm just kind of waiting to talk about that. But coming out there, me and another chef, Chelsea Moran, is going to be there with her. She's got speakers lined up and some poets to support lupus. Lupus is a very complicated disease. I don't think a lot of people know how crazy lupus is, and that's really her mission. So shout out to her. So I'm gonna drop her website in the bottom. She has t-shirts and other things going on, and her website will be updated with a lot of her event information. But yeah, that's basically about it. So that is Goal Friends for you. Remember the webinar tonight at 9 p.m. So if you or your goal friends, like I said in the beginning, have dreams of becoming homeowners, you want to make sure that you go to onlinemoneyclass.com and get registered and get on there and take some notes. Inbox me, and if you inbox me and give me one takeaway from that webinar, I will give you $100 off credit services. So that's just something to think about. So share that with your friends. And I hope you have an amazing Monday. Rest of your Monday. Thank you for tuning in. YouTube channel is up, so I'm going to drop that probably maybe another post. I'm not going to overwhelm this feed, but YouTube channel is up, so get subscribed. Go find me. It's Alicia Friday Goins, of course. Go find me. Stay tuned there to some things that don't happen on Facebook Live. I'll be dropping on the YouTube channel. So again, y'all have a great evening. Next video content, we're going to talk about how important it is to own a home-based business and how the home-based business changed my life. So that's the next video. So again, happy Motivational Monday. Thank you for joining.